What is up YouTube, SpencerPremier here, and in this video I'm going to be showing you guys the best hitting tips in MLB The Show 20, but before we begin I would like to ask you to leave a like and subscribe, but if not,
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So once again I would like to ask you to leave a like and subscribe, but anyways we're going to start off with the beginner tips. So this is just basic tips that you need to know if you're just starting the game. So if you go to settings, first off you can change your hitting view if you want to. You can go strike zone 3, which is the furthest away. It's almost like third person. Strike zone 2 is more like in the middle of that, and then strike zone 1 is almost first person. It's not even called strike zone 1, it's just called strike zone. But that is basically all you need to know for that. Another thing a beginner might need to know is the 3 types of hitting interference. There's zone, directional, and pure analog. I personally recommend zone. So there's also more hitting views that you can do. There's like offset, but I'm just going to go with the 3 strike zones for now as I pop one up with Lindor. But anyways, hitting in MLB 20 is my strong suit. I'm not that good at pitching. Pitching is what costs me most of my games, but I score about like 8 runs a game and I hit a lot of home runs. So I'm really a good hitter to learn from in this game. I'm just not a good, I need to take pitching, like I need to learn how to pitch better myself. So my first tip may seem really simple, but it is really helpful. I know a lot of people already know this, so this is more for beginners, but it's literally just knowing your game plan. So like if you are 0-2, you're going to expect a meatball right down the middle because the pitcher has to make a good pitch to stay in the count. So you know you're going to get a strike. As if you were 3-0, you know you're going to probably get a ball unless the pitcher's really trying to like come back in the count. But usually nobody wants to leave something in the middle of the plate when they're 3-0 already. So you're probably going to draw a walk. You just have to know the game plan. So that is tip number 1. I don't even know if I really want to count that as a tip, but that's just something to know for beginners. But now I'm going to get into the more advanced stuff. My second tip is to worry about tracking the ball instead of worrying about timing. So what I mean by that is if every single pitch you focus on tracking the ball, eventually you're just going to learn how to time it up. So it's not going to be that big of a deal. That is where I am at right now. So basically what I mean by this is every single pitch, you have the PCI ready and you just follow the ball. And then the timing is going to come eventually. It might take a few games, even a few days. But once you master this, you are going to become a really great hitter. Trust me, as I pop it up. I don't know what. It's so hard to do it in the practice when you're actually talking over it. I'll show you clips of me hitting home runs in games. But this is definitely a helpful tip. Worry about tracking the ball instead of timing it. There we go. And that might still be a pop-up, but I still launched that ball. My third tip, it goes along with my first tip. It's really simple, but this is more for like actual like gameplay, situational stuff. So if you have a guy on third base with only 1 out, you're not going to try to hit a home run. What you're going to want to do is make contact with the ball. So even if you have a power hitter, literally all you're going to try to do is hit a ground ball. So I'm going to hit circle right here. That's the contact swing. I fouled it off. But you do not want to strike out. You want to put the ball in play. It's really obvious, stuff like that. Just situational stuff. And if like you have the bases loaded with 2 outs, you're going to try to get a base hit or a grand slam, depends on the situation. But you know what I mean, all situational stuff. If there's 2 outs and nobody on, you're going to try to swing with power because you're going to want to hit a home run. Because it doesn't really do that good to just get a 2-out single. I mean, it might do good if you hit a home run the next play, but it's unlikely for that. So just stuff like that is really going to help you out. My next tip for you guys is to use zone hitting. You do not want to use directional or anything else like that. Most people use zone. I think it is personally the easiest as I rip another double to the wall right there. But definitely use zone. That is tip number 4. My final tip, not many people talk about it, but it is just to play loose. Like say you have the bases loaded with 2 outs, you don't want to have like your fingers shaking when the pitch is coming. Like you just want to play loose and free. I know it's like a weird tip and nobody ever talks about it, but it is so true. Like if you're in the bottom of the 9th with the bases loaded, 2 outs, and you're down by 3, your finger's going to be more like stressed out. So just keep it loose, and you have to like still track the pitches like I said. Don't worry about timing yet, it will come. But anyways, that is my 5 tips for MLB The Show 20 so far. Let me know if there's anything I missed on, which I'm sure there is, or something that I could have taught better. But anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and with that being said, I'm out.
I want the world, yeah, I want the world, yeah, I want it all, said I want the world, yeah, I want the world, I'm coming to get it, don't care what you heard.